Let's talk now to Kees, who's president of the International Fruit and Vegetable Juice Association. Welcome to the programme. Good to see you. So just how bad is this situation for orange crops?
This obviously is very bad. I mean, you've heard the numbers just now. And what we are seeing indeed is this disease that almost wiped out Florida over the last 20 years. 95% of the Floridian orange groves have gone through this disease, and now 40% in Brazil is affected. And on top comes the problem of the changing climate, where we have seen during the last crop period in Brazil, on average 10% higher temperatures and 30% more rain.
So it sounds like it's been a really difficult situation for farmers, but what about consumers? Presumably this is all putting the prices up.
It is, and it will further, because, I mean, obviously the orange juice business is a business that is done on the basis of people buying at the futures, but also making contracts. And I think the prices that we hear about today have not reached the shelves so far. So I think we will see further price increases, and that will enact hopefully the consumers to stay with juice, which is a big market. It's a 7 billion consumption per annum, 50 million US turnover. So it's a big market. But obviously there is more than just orange. There is apple, there is tropical fruits, there is pineapple, there is all sorts of alternatives. And of course that is probably the way out for the industry, to start blending in different types of fruit or vegetable in order to keep the offering of juices on the shelves.
So if you're a farmer now then, are you thinking, I'll stop growing oranges and try and grow something else? Or are you thinking, let's try and save these crops that we have and solve that problem?
I think on the short term, we have to keep what is there. On the longer term, we have to go and find disease and changing climate weather resistant trees that can do the job under more or less a difficult circumstance. So that's the long-term goal. But I mean, before we are there, that'll take quite a while. So we have to keep what is there and to make the best out of it.
And if you are someone who drinks orange juice, is it up to people who do to try and perhaps think differently, think of other juices, or perhaps not drinking juice at all?
No, I think there's plenty of raw material to produce juice. I mean, orange is a big part of the market. It's about 30%. But obviously there's apple, there's grape, there are all sorts of tropicals. So I would say there's plenty around. And with the creativity in the industry, I think we can still make great juices that have a good nutrition and fit to a healthy lifestyle.
So what about oranges, though? Clearly that's the most popular juice, the best, the one that's drunk most often. Do you think in 20 years' time we will still be drinking it in the way that we do now?
I'm convinced it will be the case, because I think modern science will give us the answers to come up with what I just said, trees that are resistant to the disease and also to the changing climate. But again, it will take a few years before we have them, but I'm pretty sure that in 20 years' time we'll still enjoy our orange juice.
Kees, good to talk to you. Thank you for joining us today. That's Kees from the International Fruit and Vegetable Juice Association.